Picture this. It's Friday at 7 p.m. A tenant takes 3 photos of water running down a hallway wall. The on-call vendor is 2 towns away. And by Monday, the invoice reads, emergency after-hours rate. You just paid double for a leak that could have been avoided. Welcome, and thanks for tuning in. I'm David Boswell, and today we're turning that scramble into a repeatable, low-effort system.
Oh man, that picture is painful. Everyone's in a panic and the flashlight search begins. But the good news is, most of that panic comes from predictable stuff, things that repeat. Let's catch those repeats first.
Exactly. In 10 minutes, you'll get 3 actions you can start in under an hour, plus KPIs you can watch this week. First, capture the right signals. Not everything. Just 3 numbers do most of the heavy lifting.
Right. Frequency, cost per repair, and trigger events. Frequency shows what keeps coming back. Cost per repair points to where money leaks. Triggers tell you why. Storm season, turnover, roof age. Once you have those 3, patterns show up fast.
Start with the last 60 to 90 days of work orders. Export into one sheet and filter by issue and vendor. 2 quick filters. What happens most and what eats the biggest chunk of budget? Even a small portfolio gets clear low-hanging fruit with that approach.
And add a time to fix column if you can. A $75 job that happens weekly is different from a $1,200 job that happens once every 3 months. The pace and the price change the fix you choose.
Good point. Split that work order sheet into simple columns. Date, issue, cost, vendor, trigger, and time to fix. No fancy tools. A spreadsheet with filters is enough to see the 3 repeat offenders and estimate monthly spend.
Keeping it human readable matters. If crews or managers glance at it and groan, it won't stick. 1 page, clear headers, and a column that says escalate to vendor or manage in-house. That tiny choice saves time.
Which brings us to step 2. Turn those signals into a low-effort preventative schedule. My rule, do what prevents the most repeat costs for the least time. Monthly checks on the top 2 repeat items, quarterly on the next tier, and seasonal add-ons where triggers suggest higher risk.
Exactly! Templates are your friend. I hand crews a 1-page checklist, 3 tasks per visit, what fixed looks like, and when to call a vendor. That prevents people from guessing and turning small fixes into midnight emergencies.
Let me give a concrete example. Hallway lights showing up twice a month at $120 a pop. Schedule a monthly bulb and fixture check during routine walkthroughs. 20 minutes per building, predictable vendor time, and most emergencies vanish. Small job, big impact.
Yep, and add a seasonal layer. Storms, holidays, and high turnover change usage patterns. A 2-week post-storm check cuts callbacks. Pilot it on 1 building and measure. The data tells you if it scales.
Now the third move. Vendors and warranties. Don't be afraid of clear contract language. 2 practical levers. Warranty tracking for major repairs and a callback clause with aligned incentives. Log the warranty start date, parts covered, and vendor contact so claims don't turn into week-long disputes.
I want to jump in on incentives. There's room for trouble if you make bonuses vague. If you say bonus for no callbacks without definitions, contractors will say no. Be specific. Define the test window, the documentation required, and the exact bonus amount.
Totally. Clarity is the point. For example, vendor documents, repair steps, photos of replaced parts, and serial numbers. If no related callback within 90 days, vendor receives a $X bonus. Simple, measurable, and fair. Pilot that language for 60 days so vendors can opt in.
Exactly. And add a reason code on callbacks. 1 extra field. Reason. Loose connection after repair. Versus it broke again. That makes follow-up factual, not accusatory, and speeds resolution. Owners get data. Vendors get fair context.
Quick negotiation tip. Offer a modest shared risk clause for workmanship failures. If an item fails and vendor workmanship is a factor, share the cost of parts replacement, but require the vendor to cover labor on a second visit. That discourages quick patchwork and encourages durable repairs.
1 friction moment worth mentioning. Vendors will push back on anything that adds paperwork. So make the warranty log 1 photo, a checkbox, and a timestamp. Keep it fast. When it's quick, crews comply.
Good. Keep admin light. Now some numbers. A portfolio I worked with cut emergency repair spend by 28% in 3 months by targeting 3 repeat tasks and running a quarterly preventative pilot. Upfront time, roughly 5 hours to build a single sheet tracker and 1 call to vendors. The returns were immediate. Let's give listeners a quick checklist you can use this week. 1. Pull the last 60 to 90 days of work orders and flag the top 3 recurring issues. 2. Make a one-page preventative schedule that names frequency, owner, and a short task description. 3. Add vendor basics, warranty logging, a clear callback reason code, and a simple incentive pilot. Track frequency, cost per repair, and repeat callbacks weekly to watch impact.
2 KPIs I'd watch are repeat rate per issue and average cost per issue on a rolling 90-day basis. Those will tell you fast whether your tweaks work. And if you're unsure, run a 30, 60-day pilot on one building first.
If you want the one-page preventative template and a short vendor negotiation script, sign up for our email list and we'll send them straight to your inbox. Subject line in the email will read, your preventative template plus vendor script, so you can find it fast. Try the 30-day pilot and reply to that welcome email if you want us to share sample KPIs from similar portfolios.
And seriously, include that reason code and our crews will change their behavior. We promise. Fewer midnight calls if things are predictable and payments are fair.
Great. Don't forget to subscribe, grab the template from our email list, and reach out if you run a pilot. We love hearing results. Thanks for listening. Until next time.